That's not going to cover up your
value. The Sahaba wrote the Quran. What do you have to do with that?
Which name is that?
I gave you a lot of names. There are 1,500 names.
Where's the name?
What's your problem with that?
Where's the name?
They're not writing on the kitab.
What is your problem with that? What do you want to get with that? Where do you want to get with that?
Because who wrote? You know who wrote the Quran? Nobody.
Nobody.
Yes.
It was written by itself.
Yeah, so that's why it was written by itself. That's exactly what I'm saying. If you don't have a name,
he cannot answer the first claims, he cannot answer it.
So that's why I'm asking you, give me the name who wrote down, like you asked me who wrote down the Bible.
No, right here. You brought the hadith of Anas. He gave you 4 people of those who wrote the Quran. And then what?
Can you read English? Okay, what does that mean?
The Quran was collected.
Collected means that. What's the collected mean? Now you're gonna change that in Arabic. Or the collected means, yeah. So that means writing too. Now you're gonna make it something. You're gonna say this is writing and collecting is the same thing.
Okay. What do you want to get out of this?
No, I just want to know. We don't know who wrote the Quran. We don't know who
wrote the Quran. Wrote by all the Sahaba. What's your problem with that?
Give me the name, Sahaba.
I tell you this. Who printed this?
See now you go.
Who printed this?
No, you give it a different grade. Okay.
Wait.
Does that make Muhammad not a prophet?
Of course, Muhammad is not a prophet at all because according to the Bible. But you don't go to the
according to what?
We don't know who wrote it. Who wrote Al-Baqarah? Okay, give me a second. The Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu and he taught. How do you know? How do you know? Yes, because there's actually a written record of things that happened during his lifetime, and that has been written there. Yeah, there's a manuscript. Where? What? If you want to get a manuscript, what's the name of the manuscript? Yeah, there's a manuscript of the Quran, and then there's also a manuscript of some of the since the Prophet Muhammad was alive, there is the name of a few scribes that was his time was writing things down.
Name is that?
I gave you a lot of names. There are 1,500 names.
Where's the name?
What's your problem with that?
Where's the name?
Give me the name of one of those scribes. Okay, I have to go to my stuff and then look and then tell. Here, I'll give you one. Yes. Zayd bin Thabit. Yes, Zayd bin Thabit. Yeah, he was one of them. Okay, so yeah. which one of the surahs did he write? You have 114 of them. Which ones did he write? Okay, now the Quran. This should be easy. 114 surahs. Just name one of them that he wrote. Everything that was said told him everything. No, he didn't. As a matter of fact, your traditions say that. I said everything that was told him. Prophet told him. That's what he wrote down. Everything that was told him. Zayd bin Thabit is on record as saying that it would be easier to move a mountain than it would be to collect all of the sayings of Muhammad. Collect.
It's not good.
Something they didn't understand. Okay, so the point that I'm trying to make is you're appealing to hadith literature, which was first written down that we know of 250 years after the time of Muhammad. Okay. Hang on. What I'm telling you is when I go to 1 John chapter 1 verses 1 through 4 and 1 Peter chapter 1, we have the apostles Peter and John testifying that they were eyewitnesses of the majesty of Jesus. Their information came from them being with Jesus calling them as apostles of his message and his ministry. Who were the eyewitnesses of Isa ibn Maryam in the Quran? Okay. The Quran actually does not give him many detail of Isa. It's a yes or no question. Did Muhammad consult eyewitnesses of Jesus's life and ministry, or did he just claim that it was revealed to him? It was revealed to him. Okay, so who am I going to trust? Am I going to trust someone who was with Jesus for 3.5 years, or somebody who comes 700 years, 600 years later, 1,000 miles away, speaking in a different language? I'm supposed to believe him over eyewitnesses like the Apostle Peter? Okay, there were many people around that time that didn't know him, but they believe in him. There were many Jewish people that actually believed. Who's more reliable, the Apostle Peter or Muhammad? Muhammad's 100%. What are you talking about? Okay, so the person that ate with Jesus, walked and talked with him for 3.5 years, was there with him, whom Jesus explained everything to, he knows less about Jesus than somebody who was born 600 years later, 1,000 miles away. What I'm doing is I'm showing you that you know for a fact that what you're saying is stupid. It's garbage. It's only gonna make sense to somebody else who's dumb enough to believe that Muhammad is a true prophet.
You are actually lying. The oldest
Your own criterion has hemmed you up. I hog-tied you with your own criteria. Al-Fatiha. It's only 7 verses long. Who wrote that?
Okay, listen to me. Let me explain to you how the Bible, the Quran and the Bible, the Quran.
Oh my gosh, I don't need any of that, bruh. I know the Quran better than you do.
Really?
Now, if you don't believe me, we can open up another room and you and I can go toe to toe on that. I will debate you just on the Quran itself. Surah 80, ayah 1 through 7 says that Allah entrusted the writing of the Quran to scribes. Plural, scribes. Okay, name one of these scribes who wrote Al-Fatiha. Which one of them wrote it?
Okay. Please listen to me.
I rest my case. You're not going to be able to answer the question.
I will.
So this is my suggestion. This is my suggestion to you. Do not use criteria against the Bible that when I use that same criterion against the Quran, it fails. Don't do that. Use scholarly criteria.
Okay.
Like eyewitnesses. He has a problem with Jesus. Jesus says in Luke chapter 10, verse 16, to his apostles, he says, he who receives you receives me. He who rejects you rejects me, and he who rejects me rejects the one who sent me. If you reject Peter, you reject Jesus. You reject Jesus, you reject the Father. It's all connected. So you're basically looking at epistles whose author identifies himself as Peter, and you're saying that's not him. But then when I go to the Quran, I don't have anybody identifying themselves as the writers of these surahs. But I'm supposed to believe that over somebody who was an eyewitness of Jesus. What you believe is stupid. Hopefully, you won't ever say some dumb stuff like that again. And I'm pretty sure my sister Connie's going to make a video out of this, and we're going to expose you further. Just stop with the nonsense, man. You know good and darn well an eyewitness account is more reliable than some source that came 6 centuries later by a guy speaking another language 1,000 miles away. You know that for a fact.
I know that we are leaving. I know that we are leaving. Leaving Babylon, leaving Babylon system. Leaving Babylon, leaving Babylon. Leaving Babylon, leaving Babylon system. Leaving Babylon, leaving Babylon.
Wait.
Does that make Muhammad not a prophet?
Of course, Muhammad is not a prophet at all because
How?
according to
How?
the Bible. But you don't go.
You know, according to what?
Stay on the
According
topic.
to what?
Stay on the topic. Stay on the topic.
According to what?
First, you give.
Just stop with the nonsense, man. You know good and darn well an eyewitness account is more reliable than some source that came 6 centuries later by a guy speaking another language 1,000 miles away. You know that for a fact.
I know that we are leaving.